The streets are saying that Kanye is about to divorce Bianca, move to Tokyo, and guess what? He's mad that she maybe wasted 36 million of his money when we all know those Adidas checks have stopped coming in, y'all. Let's get into this. Y'all, the streets are saying that Kanye is about to divorce Bianca, right? And let me get this straight. Because every 3 months they seem like they on the verge of divorce. And when I heard this, I first said, before we get into this report by TMZ, I know, take that with a grain of salt. I was like, what did Kanye do? Or better yet, what did Bianca refuse to do? He already got her running around with suntan leg pantyhose, extra sheer as top bottoms and headscarves. What ridiculous demand did Kanye make? And Bianca finally was like, no. And he's like, that's it. I'm moving to Tokyo and I want a divorce. Because think about it. When you know Kanye and his antics, Kanye always comes with some BS. He always comes with some completely not just illogical request, but something that can't be done, and then goes ballistic. Yo, what you mean? What you mean you can't remove, like, rework the space-time continuum? What are you telling no to? Don't you know you're talking to God? And then when Bianca's like, I don't you know you're talking to God? What you mean? Who are you to tell God no? And Bianca's probably like, I really don't know how to move the time space continuum. And Kanye is like, that's it. I want a divorce. Kanye is quick to throw a temper tantrum when he cannot get an irrational need met. The funny thing is, did he terminate that power of attorney? If you guys don't know, unless the state has labeled you completely mentally incompetent, it was revealed in legal documents that Kanye gave her power of attorney. However, the type of power of attorney that she has, it can be terminated anytime. So unless the state has legally declared you incompetent, which they did not for Kanye, somebody can have power of attorney. But when you're ready, you can just be like, no, and just terminate the power of attorney. Y'all, let's get into what TMZ is saying, because Kanye is funny. Why I'm pulling that article up, where's the 36 million? Well, apparently when Kanye bought that architectural marble on Malibu Beach, and I'm not gonna lie, I walked by that house a couple of years ago, and this is before Kanye had bought it, when it was supposed to be this architectural marble. I get it, it's a world renowned architect. It was over my head because it looked like a big brutalism eyesore on like the beach of Malibu. And when they talk about the way that Kanye went and ripped out the interior because Bianca was going to redesign it because she is an architect and interior decorator, I said, all she did was rip out some glass stairways. Like, y'all gotta stop. But then again, maybe I have no taste, right? Brutalism is not my thing, especially modern brutalism. Anyway, right? So that's a style of architecture. Anyway, they completely gutted the place out. They are saying that Bianca was supposed to redesign it bigger and better. But then after she put money into redesigning it, they sold the house for about 21 million. And that was like because it took us some 18 million to rip everything out. And then with the cost of the house, which was 57 million, and because they sold it for 21 million, she he had a loss of 36, 37. Let me just say this, right? I don't know if that's true. People have seen Bianca's designs. I've seen a few of Bianca's designs. They actually look really, really good. I think Kanye, when he was furious about what was going on with Kim and Pete, which at the end of the day, Kanye might have been hating because Kim was dating Pete, but he didn't lie to her. Dating Pete completely removed her chances of being taken seriously, right? But I wonder who she's seeing now, because I don't care what y'all say. Kim ain't staying single that long for nothing, but what do I know, right? Anyway, I think Kanye gutted all that when he was in the middle of a temper tantrum over Pete, Kim, Skeet, whatever you want to call it, Skeet, right? And I think Bianca at that time was playing her position, trying to get to number one. Because don't forget, she was around when Chaney Jones was around. Don't forget when Kanye was presenting at New York Fashion Week, a lot of people were photographing Bianca thinking she was Chaney Jones, right? So anyway, I don't know if I think that Bianca cost him 36 million. I think Kanye's temper tantrum cost him 36 million. I think he ran out of money and Bianca was like, "Don't worry, baby, we can fix this." I think Kanye ran out of money because of that Adidas mess, right? And because apparently he being sued by the world right now, including him hiring his favorite OnlyFans girls as his chief of staff and owing her maybe 3 to 5 million. Anyway, Kanye's whole life is honestly a Saturday Night Live skit. But at the end of the day, let's hear what TMZ is saying. TMZ is saying that Kanye West and Bianca Censori's marriage is on the rocks. Divorce is on the horizon. Every 4 or 5 months. I do believe that Kanye's temperamental. I do believe he throws temper tantrums. If they are divorcing, this is completely Kanye's choice. I don't think Bianca is anywhere close to wanting to leave that man. Anybody that got you walking around butt booty naked around the streets of Italy, and you know Italy, they think everybody's a prostitute. Baby, even though to Kanye and Bianca's vision, everybody now, including Kim, is trying to walk around in pantyhose. Forget tights. Now pantyhose are the new thing. Now this, now that. Kim went to the White House in something that looked like Bianca was wearing. Anyway, Kanye West and Bianca are possibly headed for divorce. They have hit a rough patch in their almost 2-year marriage. Kanye, you better exterminate that power of attorney if you haven't already. Multiple sources with direct knowledge tell TMZ that Ye and Bianca have been telling people around them they split up a few weeks ago with the Yeezy architect with Bianca heading back home to Australia since the split. They're not saying what prompted the split or who pulled the plug on the relationship. We're told Ye has been telling people close to him he plans to live in Tokyo and divorce Bianca. Um, Put it past it. Kanye is up on new aesthetics. He grew up in China. Maybe he wants a Tokyo girl. Like, Kanye to me looks at women as aesthetics. Kim was an aesthetic. Amber Rose was an aesthetic. Bianca was an aesthetic. Alexis, I don't think she was an aesthetic. That's when Kanye was broke, so he couldn't treat her like an aesthetic. But you get what I'm saying? I think he just wants a new type. He probably gonna get a girl from Tokyo or China or whatever. He was spotted flying solo in the Japanese capital on more than one occasion. Um, he was enjoying a meal at a local Jamaican restaurant with Bianca nowhere in sight. Only Kanye was fly to Tokyo to eat dinner in a Jamaican restaurant. I will say this: how's he going to move to Tokyo and he got his kids? His kids are also in school. Maybe the youngest ones can come every other week on a private jet, but North and Saint can't. They are in school. So how are you moving so far away from your kids, especially when you were saying that you wasn't going to let Kris Jenner do to them what they did to Kim? They're saying prior to this excursion, he stepped out for an evening of wrestling at the end of September, where he was seen fist bumping wrestler La Dionista Wagner from the crowd. Ye was without Bianca, which is odd for the usually inseparable duo. Now, I have been to sumo wrestling in Japan, and can I just say it is, where was it? Well, it doesn't matter. Can I say it's top tier? It's top tier. You haven't lived till you gone. You will literally see, because we went to the tournament and it starts like low level and then it gets higher. So we were like, you're sitting on mats, you get your little private thing, and everybody's like eating and stuff like that. So then it was funny because like all of a sudden it gets good. It's like boom. It's like it's really, really good. Full contact. You hear like bone crushing. It's just like exhilarating, and the crowd is going crazy. And the funny thing is, you would see people getting their ish knocked back, right? Like boom. And then you would see little grannies when somebody would be like knocked back. Little grannies would be like just all up for the sheer carnage. Again, you got to go. It was good. So I can see Kanye in that crowd getting inspiration. I think Kanye is about to go to a Far East aesthetic, which is actually really smart because that's what's in right now. Anyway, they were last photographed on September 20th when Bianca wore her signature nearly naked style on a shopping spree with Ye. Da, 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 da. It appears there's trouble in paradise for the two, saying Kanye is set for a second divorce. Sources with direct knowledge confirm Kanye and Bianca obtained a confidential marriage license. I believe I was the first person to say it was a confidential marriage license, and everybody said that I was lying and making up this, but look at God's glory. Anyway, he was previously married to Kim. This comes a week after I heard rumors that Bianca was preggo. At the end of the day, like Kanye is temperamental. Bianca, they're saying, is either crazy in love or his handler, whichever version of the story you want to believe. I want to see if this divorce happens because they seem to like be on and off quite a lot in the last 2 years. Don't forget when she was in Australia last time for 4 or 5 weeks. And then finally they like rid of him. So we're gonna have to keep an eye on the story. But I do know that, yeah. Kanye demanded she alter the space time continuum and throw a temperature under when she said that she could. You don't tell God no. Do you know who you talking to? Anyway, y'all, let me know what you think in the comments. I'll talk to you later. Bye.